Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Osetaru, and welcome to another exciting edition of Ask an Aquarius. So the other day I got this beautiful new deck by Poppy Palin. It's called the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. And I actually did a unboxing, but when I went to watch the unboxing, it was so dark that you could not see the cards. So I was like, oh no, I'm doing this over because these cards are beautiful and people need to see them and not blurry. So again, it's called the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. Poppy did another deck about fairies. I can't remember what it's called. It was called something, but it was all fairies. And I emailed her and she sent the copy to me directly. I was very blessed to be able to get my hands on it at a time when it wasn't even available. So Poppy really impressed me as a very decent and loving person. And when I heard she was doing another deck, I was like, oh, I have got to get this deck. And then I saw the art for it, and I was like, oh, I got to show this deck. You guys have got to see this. So without further ado, I'm going to get right to it. First and foremost, there's the guidebook right here. The guidebook is pretty fat. Nice fat. It's not a little, it's definitely not a little white book. The guidebook is good. Let's open it up. It's in black and white, as you can see. Let's hone in on one page. It's in black and white. They give us the image, they give us the story, and they give us the meaning. The card is in black and white. They also give us some keywords. It's not a unusual little black book by any means. Very ordinary. But I like it, and I like the story and the things that she added to it. So I'm really going to enjoy reading this book. And basically, that's it. You know, there's every card, obviously, and there is the keywords, the black and white copy of the card, and then the information. Excellent, excellent book. Nice and big, lots of information. Can't wait to read it. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you guys is the box. This is the box it came in. I love nice, sturdy boxes, as you guys already know. Sturdy boxes are my favorite. Trying to think, I could have swore you pull this and it comes up. Every time I have to do a video and I have to hold the camera and open things, it's crazy. That's okay, because one day I'm going to have sophisticated equipment like everybody else on YouTube. So that's going to be cool. I cannot get this box to open with one hand. Okay, got it to open. So this is the inside of the box. The cards were in 2 stacks and the book was on top of it. Again, the box is nice and sturdy. The first thing you're going to notice about these cards is that they are pretty big. These are big cards. So if you have small hands, I have big hands. So if you have small hands, that may be something that you have to deal with. The fact that these have... they're big. Look at that. They're big. like my hand is big and it's like, oh my goodness, how am I going to pick it up? So they're really big cards. Now, I'm going to show them to you. I put them back in order so you guys can see them. This is the backing. Let's look at the back. Beautiful. As you can tell, I like rainbows and colors and things like that. So this is right up my alley. And this is the back of card 1. So let's take a look. Oh, no, this is the last card. This is the King of Pentacles. Let's take a look at him, and then we'll go in the other direction. All right, King of Pentacles. Since the King wanted to be first, look at that. Nice. I'm just going to go backwards then. Let's just go. The King wanted to be first, so now we see the Queen. Look at her. What I love the most about this deck, guys, is the fact that Poppy has different people in it from all over the world. It's a very diverse deck. There's black people, there's white people, there's people from, I guess, India. I mean, all kinds of places in here. I think every culture of the world is represented, to be honest with you. Different ages in here, older people, younger people. different hairstyles. She has some of the cutest hair, very authentic looking. Like these are actual hairstyles. I'm African American, and I've actually worn these hairstyles, except for the little boy, obviously. My hair was almost as short before, and these are authentic looking. Also, I like the animals. Poppy put a lot of animals in this deck. So you're going to see dogs, you're going to see cats, you're going to see all kinds of animals. Take a look at that kitty cat licking himself. Look at the details. Seriously, look at the details. That's what I like about Poppy's work. She give you some details, man. When you buy one of her decks, look at the fairy on his shoulder. When you buy one of Poppy's decks, you really get some serious details. And that is the Knight of Pentacles all day. Cleaning his car, being reliable, being dependable, doing his duty. That's the Knight. And here's the Page. Get that money, Page. Look at the money. Page getting that money going to school. Go ahead, Page. And again, look at all the diversity, the different cultures she has. I am going to tell you guys straight up, I give this deck a 9 out of 10 stars. And the only reason why I didn't give it 10 out of 10 is because of the borders. This deck needs to do away with the borders. These borders, I don't like borders, period. And this deck screams for no borders because there's so much detail. Look in the back at the family portrait. This detail like this does not need borders at all. So if I could change one thing, that would be the only thing that I would change. I would even leave them this size because this size allows you to see the details. I just don't think they need the borders. Look how beautiful they are. Look at the hairstyles. You'll notice the hairstyles. Poppy does a great job with hair. I love it. And it's authentic looking hair. It doesn't look weird. Some people do hair and it looks like, who did your hair? Poppy obviously studied people's hair. I was told that this deck was based on England. I think it's London specifically, but I know it's England. I love the colors. My biggest thing about this deck is the colors. Amazing use of color. Look at her. Got them coins. That's what I love about the Pentacles. I love the coins. About my coins like Mario. And look at this one. There's poor people in the background. And she getting paid. And she don't even see them. Like she doesn't even see them. Poor people. It's a shame. I love that representation. The Four of Pentacles. Look at that. And every time you look at the card, you can see the fairy. There's always a fairy hiding somewhere. At least in most of these, I've found a fairy so far. Almost all of them so far, I've found a fairy. I haven't seen one card where I didn't find a fairy. Look at her juggling them trays. I remember when I used to be a waitress. Oh my God, awful. Awful job for me. And trying to juggle trays. One time I almost dropped somebody's food. It was so crazy. And here is our Ace of Pentacles. Look at that fairy. I think it's two fairies. All right. So I really wanted you guys to see these cards, like really see them. Oh, look at that for the King of Cups. I love that. He's a perfect King of Cups. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see the Queen of Cups. Oh, I like her. She looks very caring. Love how she got a coffee cup. I love Poppy's interpretations. These are definitely not traditional Rider-Waite interpretations or even Thoth interpretations. These are all Poppy. I love that. Look at that knight. Look at him. Sweet. And this one. I like this so much. That is so Page of Cups, isn't it? The Page of Cups. Loving, free, drawing, art. Love it. So that's why I wanted to do this video again, because you guys had to see. You had to see. You had to. The beauty of these cards. I like that. Look at this couple. Look very happy. 9 of Cups all day. Happy and content. 8 of Cups. I just want to move on. Just want to move on from all this work. Goodness gracious. Look at that. Getting tatted, man. 7. 6 of Cups. Children's party. How many of you guys can think back and remember your birthday parties when your mom would make you a cake and all your friends would come over? 5 of Cups. Loss, disappointment, sorrow. She's definitely lost someone. Poor thing. I can feel the emotions of the people in these cards. Poppy did a great job at giving you the feelings of their emotions. 4 of Cups. I love how he's offering him water bottle. And he spilled his coffee. He just has to look up. Somebody's there to offer you something else to drink. Let's see this one. 3 of Cups. Women coming together, gathering. The teacups. Cool. Like that a lot. 2 of Cups. Look at that. All the different kinds of couples. Very clever how she got the different couples in there. I like the couple in the front on the bench. The guy on the right is making those eyes at him. So we have different types of couples, different expressions of love. I love it. Good job. Poppy did a great job on this. I love it. And it's all different types of people. And I can see why she called it everyday enchantment, because they're doing everyday things. Just everyday stuff, you know. These people are at court. And I remember I told you this was in England, so they wear those powdered wigs, I think still, obviously. So you can see that. I wouldn't have never even noticed they were in England if I hadn't watched another video and the girl was talking about it. And I was like, oh, they're in England. Okay. Look at that Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is always smarty pants. Look at this poor child getting a haircut she do not like. And, of course, the Knight of Swords doesn't even notice. Still blazing forward. Doesn't even notice. Look at that. Page of Swords. Again, look at the hair. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Now... oh, wow. 10 of Swords. The cat scratching you. Somebody stabbed you in the back. She having a really bad day. Shoosh. And that can be, you know, that can be a number of days. 9 of Swords. Look, it's 2 a.m. Can't sleep. Some kind of medicine. Maybe depression or anti-anxiety. This person is having a really hard time. Another one, she feels trapped. I remember those days, having a little baby, having so many things to do, and wanting to go out, and feeling so trapped. Poor thing. I know how that feels. I think a lot of mothers do. Look at this, Seven of Swords. Somebody stealing their stuff. They came home and caught the robber stealing their belongings. He got the jewelry. He got the laptop. Thief. Good energy for the thief. Moving forward. On the ice, though. I like that because usually they're in a boat for the Six of Swords. At this time, they're not in a boat. They're ice skating. Five of Swords. Ooh. Look at him. He reminds me of Gordon Ramsay. He got an attitude, man. Wouldn't want to work for him. Temporary retreat. Look at him. He done took himself on a little retreat. I like that. I don't like camping, but I like the idea of being out in the woods for long periods of time. Poor dear, she got her heart broken. I think that must be her lover or her ex-lover at this point in the background. I love how Poppy has those portraits in the background. That is a really nice touch. So this poor dear has some sorrow. Two of Swords. Not trying to deal with it. She is like, nope, not trying to deal with it. Oh, look at the doggy. Oh, he getting an operation. Oh, poor little guy. All right. King of Wands. Look at the details on his shirt. He has like a lion painted on his shirt. Poppy is, oh my goodness. Yeah, she's great. The details. It looks like he's with his family and he's blind and he's running a marathon. Probably a lifelong ambition. Wonderful. Oh, look at the queen. She's beautiful. She's really beautiful. Trying to get that glare off so you guys can really see the card. Yeah. And the knight. I love this knight. I love how he is screaming and riding, and he got his weapon in his hand. This knight is gonna make some trouble for sure. Reminds me a little bit of Brad Pitt if you look at his face. Page of Wands. Off on an adventure again, Paige. I see you. Page of Wands is always off on an adventure. Ten of Wands. She's overwhelmed. Her phone ringing. She got homework to do. It's late at night. She going through some changes. And look at the details. Look at the eraser. I remember we used to buy those erasers when I was in school, and that's exactly how they looked. That's the cool part about it. Poppy does a great job with her details. Flip over. Flip. And we have the Nine of Wands. He has been beaten down, poor guy. Yeah, he's had some problems, poor thing. Eight of Wands. Get that mail. Get that news, lady. What news is coming to you today? Is it checks? Hopefully it's a big check. Now look at this one. Hell no, we won't go. Protesters. Apparently they're protesting, maybe chopping down trees or harming trees or something. Victory. The king is running the race too. And she's running the race. Five of Wands. Look at the doggies. Oh, look at the doggies. I love, love, love the images. Wow. I like this couple because they look like they're an interracial couple, and they also look like the husband's older. I can't really tell because her face is turned, but it looks like the husband is potentially older as well. Again, I love the use of diversity, different types of couples, different spiritual systems. Really nice. So somebody is playing the drums. Excellent. That was, oh, I missed the 3. That's cool. Going on a journey in the Himalayas. Oh, wow. I don't think that's something I could do. Ah, the Ace of Wands. Look at that. I love this. I love the sun here. I love the pattern on her skirt. And I love how the canvas is blank. She can paint whenever she wants. Ah, here we go. This is the World card, and it's one of my favorite World cards. As you can see, they're all weaving together. Healing the world is how I interpret that. And they're all different types of people. And this is one of the things I always tell people is there's all different types of us here. There's no reason to hate each other. You know, and this is like such diversity. Like, we're all here together. And we should work together to heal the world. That's our biggest thing. The earth needs us right now. I love the trumpet in the background with the flowers. Judgment. I think she's being called forward to a higher connection. Something more than just drinking and hanging out. It's time for her to do something. Her calling is calling her. This is the picture that's on the front of the box. I think this woman looks like she's Hindu to me. I could be wrong. She just could be a woman with a beautiful scarf. But look at that fairy in the background. Look at her scarf. This is a beautiful picture. Look at the butterfly. Very different from the usual sun card, but because you see the sun here in the background, but her joy was the most radiant thing on the entire card. The moon. The moon's in the background. Got a cool looking character here. Cool people in the background. She looks very eccentric, which is one of the things I think about when I think about the moon. Now, this is hope. The star is always hope to me. But what's interesting is if you see the building that's in the background, a number of years ago, there was a building that burned down in London and a lot of people were killed. And somebody was saying that it looked like that was the same building right there. So this would be the hope. This would be the rebuilding after the fire, right? The star is all about rebuilding. But the tower looks like the actual fire. You see the fire going on and, people screaming. So I think that this is before and the other one is after. The devil smoking. Look at him smoking. I wonder what you smoking, devil. Going the wrong way on a one-way street. Doing him. Just doing him. Whatever he want to do, that's what the devil does. I love this. When I first saw this card, I said, I hope it's vodka in those glasses. That's the first thing I said. Because if you want to temper this situation, if you're going to mediate this situation, what the looks on their faces, you're going to need to put some vodka in them glasses. So, yeah. And look at the cabinet in the background. I just love the details. So many small, perfect little details. Death. Looks like their ancestor is walking behind them. And the grandmother is telling the little girl about life and death. I love this card because I love how everybody's just waiting for the bus. That really reminds me of the Hanged Man, except for him who's decided to surrender and just enjoy the wait, That's life, To me, that is life. Surrender and enjoy the wait. Look at these two. So there's been a car accident. We can see in the background. These two are going at it. And Lady Justice has come forward to mediate. She has a Libra symbol. You can't see it good, but she has a Libra symbol around her neck. The wheel. Definitely a cool wheel. I love that it's a tire. I love that. Ah, the Hermit. Look at him. I love his age. I love his room. I love his pets. I love how he's reading. Definitely hermit energy. Introspective energy. Flip that baby over. Ah, the Strength card. I love this. It automatically made me think of inner strength. Look at the dog. The dog is cool. Automatically made me think of inner strength. I feel like Poppy outdid herself on this deck. I think this is a beautiful deck. It's a beautiful legacy to leave. I mean, just to have done a deck like this is amazing to me. I think that this is wonderful. Ah, the lovers. Got the old lovers with the doggy. And then you got the young lovers. And you got somebody who might be trying to break up the lovers in the background now. I don't know. Got two swans back there. Swans meet for life. So, great representation of the lovers. I love this Hierophant because he looks like a magician to me. I love him. I love him to death. And he's teaching. I love it. I like this a lot because I like this man. He looks like a man who will really help me in business. And in the background, look at his daughter's cornrows and her hair. I love those portraits in the back. Excellent work. Look out the window. Poppy has so much going on here. So much details. You can even see what's going on their smartphones. Like, really? The Empress. Look at the baby. Traditional mom playing with her kids. This High Priestess looks high as a kite. When I first saw this, I was like, is she on drugs or is she just gothic? Because to me, she looked kind of like she is. But I love the animals. I love how she got cats everywhere. I wonder what that book is. Could be a book of shadows. But yeah. High Priestess. And then, this is one of my favorite magicians. If you look at it carefully, you can see why. He is chilling. I love it. All the representations of the magician. Love it. And the Fool. The last card is the Fool. So that's my thoughts on this deck, guys. And I showed you every card. I feel like Poppy outdid herself with this deck. I feel like this is a beautiful deck. I feel like it's a great item to anybody's collection. Like I said earlier, 9 out of 10 stars. I think they should do a borderless edition, and the borderless edition will be 10 out of 10 as far as I'm concerned. I love it. I love it. I love it. Poppy, you are amazing. You are a beautiful person, a very diverse deck you've done. It's an excellent addition to your legacy. And thank you. Thank you for a beautiful deck. So, if you got to ask anybody, guys, you might as well ask an Aquarius. So if you got a question, let me know. See you later. Bye-bye.